which means we could be out in my favourite bit of the whole wide world, outdoors. It's the best. And because of all the rain and the beautiful springtime that we're having, there is so much to see. Super excited. Don't know what we're going to find. I've just walked up here and I thought, oh crikey, I'm a bit late. So I haven't even scoped around to see if anything. It's all going to be a fantastic adventure. Are you ready? Are you ready to come with me? Fantastic. Because I've already got something to show you, which is very exciting. Just down here, I've just seen it. Look at this. Look at this feather. Now, not sure what feather that's from. Could be a magpie. But it's not like a flying feather. This is a feather which will keep the bird warm. It's like a one that covers its body rather than using it for its wings, which is super cool, super interesting. And I'm going to put it in my feather collection when I get home. So I'm just going to put it in my bag. Here we are. Marvellous. How have you been? You been good? Yeah? Say a very special hello to all my beautiful wild kids over in Greenwood in Dural. How you doing, guys? And Renee's asked me to talk to you guys about looking through the bush and also looking at ways of helping your bug house, your bug hotel that's in the bottom of your garden that we started at the beginning of the year, because I imagine there might be some bugs in it and it might need a little bit of maintenance at the moment. So I'm going to try and find a bug house that's actually in the woods here and show you what the animals do in making their own bug hotel. Okay, so you ready? Come on, let's go. So as you can notice around on the floor, there's lots more green. There's lots of grass that's been growing up because we've had lots of rain. Over here we've got lots of ferns that are coming through. Some of the older ones are dying off, but we've got new fresh ferns that are growing, which are absolutely fantastic because that's what we use to make our dens with. They're really good for making roofs, natural roofs, so we can use those for when we actually make a den, when there's lots and lots of them. We won't use those ones because we're not doing that today. And over here we've still got the marsh heathers that are growing beautifully, all this beautiful new growth. This is all new growth from the spring. And remember, these have got the really, really spiky leaves because they're obviously delicious and they don't want animals to eat them, which is actually quite smart. Oh, can you hear that? There's crickets around. Lots of different noises. Like that. And when you go, they're going, oh, hello, is anyone around here? I know. And they rub their legs together on their body really fast, and then that's why it makes that noise. And the same as when you listen at night and you can hear the cicadas in the trees. Fantastic time of year to be walking through the bush. Best to go early though, because in the mornings it's not as hot. Because especially in Australia, when it's so hot, it's really hard to be outside, isn't it? So everybody struggles. Oh look! Here is a hakea tree and it's got some termites that are living on it. There you go, look at that. Little bug house there. There's a bug house just there for you guys. Now inside there will be some bugs and they chew up some dirt and bring it up, and they, with their spittle in their mouths, it kind of acts like a glue and it all sticks together like that, so they keep out of the heat. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to keep out of the heat. Now, down here, we've got a little jumping guy. It's like he's an assassin bug. This guy here, I don't know if you can see him. He's always too fast. He's very scared of me, but he's actually a predator and he's looking for food. I can see him just over here. Oh, no, he's jumped.
Just another one.
They're really fast. So there we are, look, there we are. Good shot, Perrin. There, see him jumping like a grasshopper or a cricket. Oh, there you go, there's lots of them. So they've actually got wind of there's termites or something around here, or different bugs, aphids, that they can eat. So they'll be going around in little gangs looking for things to eat, and they are gardeners' friends. Assassin bugs. Not the nicest name, and they're horrible the way they get stuff, because what they do is they spike a plant, the spike a plant at all. Spike an insect. Get away, Trevor. Spike an insect, and then they paralyse it, and then they drink it. Blech, disgusting, but very efficient. Let's go this way. Okay. So just being careful around here. We've got lots and lots of things to look at. So even here, look. Got a little plant here, little flowers just trying to grow in all this moss, and the moss has kept all the moisture in the soil, so it's enabled this little plant here to even have a go at trying to make a little flower, and that flower is going to hopefully come out, be pollinated, and it'll be able to pick some seeds and then spread around. It's very, very clever indeed. Plants are clever, I keep telling you. Let's go. What else? What other plants can we see here? What other things can we find? Oh look, here's a flannel flower. I like these. These are lovely. They're very soft and furry. And these are all starting to come out now. All go over indeed, and they're very, very soft. A beautiful colour. And then just inside, like every other flower, all this here, all the pollen in here is waiting for a little bug to crawl over it or fly onto it, and the pollen rubs off, and then it goes to another flower to pollinate it, to make the seeds. Life has an amazing way of spreading its bits all around here. Look at it, it's fantastic, even though the ground's really not very good. Okay, ready? Let's keep going. What else can we find? There were lots of birds this morning, and now it's got hotter. They've all gone to try and find some shade because it's getting really hot. So we're hearing lots and lots of insects. Let's see if we can get this cicada. There's a cicada here somewhere. I'm sure you can hear it on the microphone. Oh, he's gone quiet because he knows I'm here. Now I'm trying to use my ears to kind of zero in where it is. I think he just flew away. It's around here somewhere on this tree. And they're hanging up on, they're on the tree, going, hello. Oh, there it is. I can see it. There it is. Oh, rats. It went away. He was shouting to everybody, I'm really good looking. I am looking for a girlfriend. Is anybody looking for a boyfriend? No, well, look at this, see, well, you know, it's all going on. Chip, 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 chippity chip, tap, 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 singing a song about boyfriend. Where's that one go? That was really fast. Come on, let's go. Let's keep exploring. Because if you can't see it, it's not very interesting to look at, is it? Come on. Here's the seeds from the tree. Being all gnarly and knobbly. And look, see, that fluff there is from a bug that was growing out here. So I know what that's from. Yeah. Don't know what that is. Interesting nonetheless. Now, as you keep walking through, sometimes you get to see lots and lots of things, and it's really, really interesting. Sometimes you've got to keep walking to find out what you can see. And we're in one of those situations. It's all been broken down, but what you can see in here is this would be an amazing bug hotel, all you beautiful wild kids in Dural, because the animals have started breaking down all the wood here. Look, they've chewed at this, had a chompity chomp chomp chomp, trying to get some goodness and nutrients out of it. And you see all these holes in here? These would be holes from termites. And they've actually taken a great opportunity to make this their home while there's big gaps in the trees so they can get some shelter. Let's keep going. Oh, look at these flowers here. Aren't they beautiful? This is from the broom. And very, very delicate flowers. These have been out for a little while now. And you get these tiny little fireworks. And they're so beautiful and delicate. Now, these trees really, really clever, because if the leaves are really, really big, it would dry out really, really quickly. So what a lot of trees do in hot environments and hot climates, they have really, really small leaves so they don't lose too much of their moisture. It's clever, isn't it? And even plants like this is a leaf. This is actually one of the leaves, and they just curled around really, really tightly, and they've evolved into these beautiful, beautiful little fingers there. So delicate and very soft to the touch. Quite lovely. Now, let's keep going. Well, here's another interesting potential bug hotel over here, guys. Now, the problem with living in a hot country for little bugs is water, lack thereof, and the heat is a really treacherous combination, because if they get too hot, they dry out and then they die. So what you find that on the floor, all this leaf matter, and a lot of people say, oh, it should be cleared away because of the fire issue. And yes, there is big issues with fire, and we have got to be careful. But what you find is that under here, it's like a roof. So it's like going to the mall. So the animals will be underneath all this leaf matter because it's cooler under here, which means that they don't dry out. Now, have a look at this. Oh, there's a party going on. Look at all these black ants. There is loads going on. So they found a way to get inside of this old tree stump, and they are super duper busy, all these guys, and they're checking each other out, saying, who are you, do you belong with us? And they're going, yes, of course I do, and I've got some food for the queen. And they'll go, oh, that's marvellous. What else are you doing? And they say, well, I'm building this wall here, and I'm scavenging there, and other ants will be protecting the colony. They all work together brilliantly, all for the good of the colony. And then sometimes when they get a little bit protective, they do actually have big fights, ants, and they try and take over other ants' colonies. They are quite the warriors. And here we are, look at this fantastic spider's web here. I think it's an old one because it's quite dirty. And there would have been an amazing spider in here floating around, hiding up in one of these little crevices. Spiders are amazing. They're so clever that even after a day old, they can make a proper like web, like a geometric shape. And like, you know, they don't have to go to school to do that or anything. They just know how to do it. It's amazing. And they're brilliantly ingenious animal, spiders. I mean, they are a little bit, I don't like the way they move. Not a big fan personally, but they are amazing. I don't like hurting any animals, as you know. So I'm like watching them, and I am fascinated by them. But remember, just watching, no crushing, and no putting fingers anywhere near them, just in case they are the bitey variety. Okay? Good stuff. Right. In fact, here, look. This spider's web is all the way over here. This one's quite a messy web, isn't it? It's not like your normal web that you would see. Now, up inside, just in there, I don't know if you can see it, there are two white blobs. I'm not going to put my fingers in there. I'm going to put a little stick in there. So, if you look inside here, there is the sac of the spiders. Now, the babies are in there, and they are being ready to hatch, obviously. Now, a lot of the spiders who have webs that go down onto the ground like this could be a redback spider, which can make us quite sick. So we've got to be a little bit careful of the environment that we're in. And as you know, this is why I have a stick to bang on the ground, just in case it gets or it gets snaky. Here is snaky because we are in the bush, and if I bang on the ground like that, the vibrations of the stick on the stones will run along the ground, and the snake will feel them on their belly, and then they'll just scuttle away, and we won't surprise them, which means I don't get bitten, which is a good thing. Should we keep going? Come on. Because now it's warmed up, this time of year it can get quite snaky. So, because the snakes are, who knows what type of animal a snake is. Now, it's not furry, but it does give birth to live young. So you think, oh, is it a mammal? You're like, no. Snakes are what? Reptiles. That's right. And reptiles are cold-blooded. So, snakes need the power and the heat of the sun to warm them up, so they can go around and function. And when they're like, this places like this area here, where we've got lots and lots of flat rock, exposed to lots of beautiful sunshine. So we do get snakes here because they lie on the they lie on the stones, warm up, and then scuttle off about their day. Should we keep going? Come on. So this tree is still going. It's the one that's fallen over here. It's had a right old time of it, this poor one, isn't it? And we can see here where lots and lots of bugs have had a little explore trying to find their food. But if you look over here, other young trees are finding a way. So as this rots down, all the nutrients from the old dead wood is going into the soil and making way for these beautiful young trees. Let's go this way for a change. See what else we can see. Look at these grasses. These are cool, aren't they? Look at the stripes on them. And they grow really, really tall because if you look here, these are the little things that have had the seeds in them. And they grow really tall because the wind's better up here and the wind can catch the seeds and then blow it in any direction, so it's got a better chance of spreading the plant a little bit further away from the parent plant. So we've had a bit of a fire here, so some things have been a bit burnt out. But I'll have a look at this fallen log here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it, I'm going to move it towards me. So if anything's creepy or crawly, has an escape route moving away. Because remember, we have to have give the animals an opportunity to run away from us rather than charge towards us and bite us, because they know they don't want to get splat. So I'm going to just move it, see if we can see anything in there at all. Anything exciting? Oh, we've got some termites in here. A few little termites giving it loads. There you guys. How you doing? So, what a great little spot. We've got some eggs here, look. Little termite eggs there. And this is all moist. So even though for the last few days we've had some very, very warm days, this log, as well as a great food source for the termites, is... There we are, look, see them all? There you go. This is actually a really good barrier from the heat. So we'll just put that back nicely, leave them alone, because we don't need to disturb them any further than that. They might not be your favouriteest animal in the world, but they have a really important role to play in the forest by breaking all the wood down. They have their bit of nutrients, and obviously their droppings and litter have got nutrients in them. That all goes down into the soil, and then that gives nutrients to all the beautiful plants we have around here as well. It's amazing how even the teeniest, tiniest, eeny, weeny, oony, doony, iddle, diddle thing is actually really important for the health and the well-being of the whole of the forest and the whole of the environment. Because those little guys down there are the perfect food for an echidna. You know the little spiky guys? Yes. Now, I know they're a lot of people's favourites. So if you love echidnas, you've got to like the termites, because the termites are actually echidna food. So, pretty important stuff, right? Okay, let's keep going this way. Let's go back this way. So we've got the she oaks here. And if you look, here's a teeny tiny... That one there was a flower. Remember those little red flowers that we saw a few months ago? Well, that's been pollinated and it's hardening off now. And now it's turning into its little seed pod. And that will open up eventually, and you will have more she oaks. There we go, there's the flowers here, look. Just the last remnants of the flowers. It's getting, because it gets so hot here, the spring is a very short season, and the flowers go over quite quickly. So everybody's working super duper doubly quick, smart, hard to make sure that they're getting all their growing done. Now, let's have a look over here. We've got another tree. See, all these things here, guys, all these things we were talking about, like bug hotels where things are falling down naturally. This is where all the insects and animals use use their environments for their own good. So when we make a bug house, what we would do, we could put down like bits of pipe. We can use flower pots, cracked flower pots, as long as it's got a bit of a roof. And it's really good even as we go into the really hot months, so like going into December and January, things like that, to actually put some water onto the bug houses as well to keep them a bit moist, because that helps with the bugs that are there and enticing the bugs to go there. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to get the bugs in there because we want to get birds in the garden as well, because they like eating the bugs, don't they? Yeah, so it's all good stuff. Now, here you can see where it's all broken down. The soil has been mixed in with all the broken bits of wood, and it all looks like soil now. But it is. This is the last stages of this old stump of a tree breaking down and going back into the earth. Amazing. There's a little seed. There's a little cup of a seed there. So something would have grown here, or it's the shell of a seed. Something might be growing in there. Who knows? We'll have to wait maybe for the winter to see if anything sprouts up. Let's go this way. So I'm glad I got my stick, didn't I? Okay. So now we've got some. Well, we've got. Let's see what we can. Oh, look at this one. Now. Oh, look. There we go. Look at this guy. There he is. Oh, he's off. Did you get it? Did you see it? Awesome. Now, trees here in Australia, so a lot of the trees shed their bark like this scribbly gum. Now, you've seen these before. I've shown you these before, haven't I? Where the looks like somebody's been drawing on them with a pen. Now, all this gets shed off like that. This time of year, it's totally normal for this to happen. This tree is actually, even though it's like it's had its issues. Let's just say it's had its issues. It's been burnt. It's been scorched. It's been stood on. Probably dogs have done their wheeze against it. It's had a bit of a life, but still it's shedding this. And look underneath this. This here is the little channels that this little moth actually lives in under the tree. This is where it gets its sap. So, and actually here it's like quite bumpy. And this time next year, this yellow bark will become all silvery like this. It's a beautiful silver colour. So beautiful. And it'll shed its bark again. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. If you were in a car, that would be the best mountain road ever, wouldn't it? That'd be amazing. But yeah, you can just feel the bumps there and the little ridges of the little grub that would have been living in there and looking for a little bit of food and everything and protecting itself, because inside here, bigger animals can't get at it. The birds can't get at it, can they? Smart thinkers. And they don't go to school neither, but they listen to what their mums and dads say. That's what they do. Okay, now even here, look. You see it? Look, oh look, you've got Billy and Hugo. They must have been the scribbly bugs, because they've been smart enough to write their names. And then they were practicing how to do writing up here. Look, all you guys who are going to school next year, you've been doing your practicing writing, haven't you? You can write your names and everything like that because you're clever. Well, these bugs have done that too. So we've got Billy the bug, and then Hugo the bug. He's over here somewhere. Isn't that marvellous? Look at that. It's all really fun, but then slowly but surely that all peels away. Clears it. If it had any diseases on it, oh look at this spider here. Look, this guy's giving it those. Hey, give it. So I'm not scared of this spider because he's tiny. Wait. Oh, crab spider. Get out of it. Yep. Whoop. He's got a reverse gear. Super smart. Cool. Okay, let's go this way. Now, unfortunately, we've had some big storms because of the rain. We've had some big storms, and a lot of the trees have got broken and blown over. So we now are just seeing the evidence of like what happens now. So some trees are going to have made it, and some trees haven't. So like the tree behind us, the one with all the scribbly gums, it's all been broken, but it was strong enough and robust enough to kind of make it. These guys haven't, sadly. So these brunes here, these brune trees, they haven't made it. But around it, there's still life going on. So you've got these beautiful flannel flowers. And then you've got the marsh heathers all growing in around it. So, you know, it's a difficult one because you go, oh, it's a shame because the tree's broken, but it's all natural. It's all part of what happens in nature. Some things don't make it. Some things die, and it's sad. But you know, other things are growing up, and the new life comes through. So it's good. And all the roots are still staying here because, and that's really good because all the roots are actually holding all the soil. And remember, I've said to you before the way that and here's a really good example of it actually. So these are the roots from this gum tree here. I think it's a spotty gum actually. This spotty gum here, and it's starting to peel as well. So it's shedding all its skin, so all the diseases that are on the skin, they all go and like clear away. And then does it on the roots as well. So these roots are exposed, so it's actually clearing itself. But if you look here, the way that the root's going along here and like looking for passing all the nutrients up into the main bit of the tree, this soil has washed away down here from this the old bit of tree and all from here, and it's all held here. It's like a step now, so it's actually holding the nutrients in. This in turn helps grip the tree to the very, very thin soil here, which in turn puts the nutrients in from the roots can get the nutrients from this soil as well. So it's like a win-win-win from the tree's point of view, isn't it? Clever stuff. I told you, plants are clever. Keep telling you. Okay. Oh, now look at this. So this Banksia is just about coming to life. This is one of my favourite Banksias. These great big ones here that you could use to clean out your toilet, like a toilet brush. Look at that. See, this is an old one. This is gone. You see all the seeds inside. And it goes all furry. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? So they start off like this. Look at that. And that's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's so soft. It's like the furriest thing. They're just like the best cuddle things. And this one is really trying to find a way to move up straight. And all these little flowers here. And this one here is growing smaller. And they're just coming out now. It's their time of year. And they're absolutely beautiful. They're like a smoky green colour. And they are wonderful. So we saw in the winter time, we saw the bright orange ones, didn't we? And this is just another variety of the same species of Banksia. Absolutely beautiful. Massive flowers. Massive, massive flowers. Right. So, I'm going to go for a little bit of walk here, but our time is up, I'm afraid, my dears. So I'm going to say goodbye to you. But if you want any, so you educators and parents out there, hi, how you doing? So Bella Vista crew, I've got to say hello to you. And hi Pam and the kids in Canberra. Hey, Millie, Molly and Pam's in Canberra. How you doing? Wonderful people you are down there. And you dural lovely lot. And also, I'd like to say hi to all you guys over in Macquarie. Thank you for letting me know that you're watching. That's really wonderful. And I'm really glad that you're able to join me on these wonderful walks. So if you want any more information, please go to my EYLF Nature Play Discussions and Ideas group, and you can join that as a free membership, or keep looking at the Wildkids Facebook page. Join me on Pinterest, all these things. I'm getting ready to set up a membership scheme for lesson plans for all you educators, which we are going to do nature specific ideas, how to make a pond. We're also going to be looking at talking about insects and all the wonderful things that go on about in nature, and we'll be doing that as part of a membership group. Okay, if you are interested in that, go to my website and there's some more information on that. It's wildkidsaustralia.com.au. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy yourselves. Get out into nature. Have an explore. And until next time, I'll see you really, really soon. Take care, everybody. Bye. See ya.